What I want is for the Shipley and Keighley parliamentary constituencies to break away from Bradford Council and set up our own local authority, which would be a similar size to Calderdale Council. And the reason it came about really is because over the years that I've been the local MP in Shipley, I've become increasingly frustrated, as have my constituents, about the fact that Bradford Council seems to only care about its inner city heartlands, and the outlying parts of the district seem to get forgotten about, ignored, and don't get a fair crack of the whip. And the constituency in Bradford that raises the most council tax for Bradford is Shipley. The constituency that raises the second most council tax for Shipley is the Keighley constituency, and yet we tend to get shortchanged. And you know, a prime recent example of that was when Bradford Council proposed closing the swimming pool in Bingley, but at the same time announced they were going to open 5 brand new swimming pools in other parts of Bradford. And that perfectly summed up the frustrations that me and my constituents have, that I think can now be only resolved if we actually have our own local authority where the money that we raise locally we can spend locally. So this is about me. We've got a campaign. We want to try and secure as many signatures as possible on a petition. And when we've exhausted as many signatures as we can muster, I will take those to the Secretary of State and say, here you go, this is the level of support for this in my local area. Will you now consider doing something? And what I would like to see is I would like to see him hold a referendum across the whole of the Bradford district, not just in my constituency and the Keighley constituency, but across the whole of the Bradford district, because quite clearly it will affect the whole of the area. And I'm prepared to take my chances in a district-wide referendum to see whether or not there is public support for splitting away or for staying as we are.